Hi there, here is a quick video to give you a little guide to getting started or working in the course if you're having trouble or something seems confusing. So first of all, I recommend going into the course, which means like coming to this page and not accessing lessons through My Schedule. If you notice on your schedule when you log in, it would say today that you needed to complete this lesson. But if you have not done any of the lessons prior, then starting here will be very confusing. So each time you want to work in the course, I always suggest logging in, going to content, and then there are a couple things that you need to do. So in the orientation module, you are directed to download the science notebook templates for each unit. And the science notebook is due at the end of the unit. It is the part 2 assessment for each unit. And if you take a look at it, you can see it's the same slide template that you're given in each lesson introduction, except for I have already gone and filled in all of the information here. And I went ahead and copy pasted the guiding questions here, so you just have to type the answers as you read through the lesson. You are also required to take notes as you read through the lesson, and it talks to you about things that you might want to include. So defining the key words, putting in formulas, some images that or diagrams, a model that may be helpful in explaining a concept. It also tells you things not to do. So you're trying to create notes for yourself to use when you go back and take quizzes and tests. So you do not want to copy and paste paragraphs. So each time you open your science course to do a lesson, you'll need to open your PowerPoint file that includes all your slides and update the slide for the lesson you're working on that day. So again, these templates were created by me to make it a little bit easier for you, and they are found under Content and Science Notebook Templates. If you wait until the end of a unit to try to complete this in a day, it will take several hours. So I definitely encourage you to do it as you go. So the next thing you would want to do is just find the unit that you're working in, and you'll notice that you'll see all of these numbers going down the side, and what you want to see is a check mark. So if I go into Unit 1, that means this is the lesson for Unit 1. Click Learn, and all of these things will need to be completed so that those check marks show up and that lesson 1.1 is complete. And then you would move on to 1.2 and 1.3, making sure these are check marks as you go. When you get to a lab, so for instance, in Unit 1, there's a drop and bounce lab. You'll notice that it says Lab Drop and Bounce 1. So this is where you'll do an online simulation. There is no physical lab that you will perform. It is done in the lesson. And then you have a couple of lessons in the middle that are helping you put your data together. And when you get to Lab Drop and Bounce 2, this is where you would upload the document. So this is your lab report document that you're filling in, answering questions from the experiment and the simulation that you did here. Okay, you'll also notice that I created lab report documents for you, and there is one for each lab report, and I just enhanced these to make the questions more clear and offer some hints and things that will help you answer the questions better. So I recommend using these, but you will find the same link. The questions are the same in the lesson as you read through. So the lesson 1.10 will give you this same file, but it does not have the things that I've added to it to make it easier. So I just recommend using these And again, they're found under Content, Lab Report Documents, just like the science notebooks are under Content and Science Notebook Templates. Okay, so you're working through each lesson, not skipping any of these. Make sure you're taking your quizzes. For a quiz, you are able to go into the lesson and look up answers, not using any other outside sources, ChatGPT, anything like that, but you are able to go into the lesson and look up the answers. That will also help you build your notes for the unit test in your science notebook. When you get down to the end, you've got a review, you've got the unit test, and you can see here, this is where you are taking the 10-question unit test, and this is where you would upload your science notebook. Then from there, once everything's complete, you'll be able to move into the next unit, so Unit 2. All right, so gives you a quick overview of how to work in the course. You can also look at the recordings for anything you might need help with. I just encourage you to click here, and you're able to go look at a spreadsheet that you can watch. Notice there's semester B, and then down here at the bottom, I don't know that you can quite see that, but you can toggle back and forth. If you're semester A, make sure you're looking at those recordings, and you can watch me read through the lessons for you. I do answer the guiding questions for most of them and point out things that should be in your notes. So if you're struggling with taking notes and reading through the lessons, this is a great resource for you. It also includes me going through the lab simulation as well as the lab report questions, and there is a test review to help you prepare for the unit test. So these are all great resources for helping you complete all of the work in the course. So if you have questions, please reach out. You can come see me in Help Lab each week. You can catch me in the end of a live session, or you can email me and we can set up a phone call. So hopefully that helps, and let me know if you have any questions.